How's it going, everybody? I'm Sam Lee, reading for writer Devin and Rardin, and welcome to Gaming Instincts. Sonic Frontiers is boldly launching on November 8th, so we broke down 8 details you need to know before purchasing the new open zone take on Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's get right into it. Number 8. It's available everywhere. In a time where major companies are fighting over exclusivity rights, it's refreshing that one game won't be subject to player division. Sonic Frontiers is launching for every current platform, including PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It will cost $59.99 US at launch, and if you pre-order the game, you'll get in-game items such as gloves and shoes for Sonic, a digital art book, and a 25-track soundtrack. Number 7. Time to beat. Everyone wants to know if the games will be too long or too short before they buy them. Sonic Frontiers seems right in the middle, taking 20 to 30 hours to complete the campaign. Since the game takes our blue hedgehog into 5 open zones with collectibles and side activities, players can expect to spend about 100 hours if they want to complete everything. Sonic Frontiers allows the traditional open world formula regarding the time of completion, making the main campaign average length while giving players a bevy of exploration and side activity options. Number 6. The story. First and foremost, Ian Flynn, writer of the Archie comic series and IW's Sonic the Hedgehog series, helped write Sonic Frontiers. Even though Sega wrote most of the script, Flynn still had a say in narrative beats and dialogue, which is good news since Flynn intimately knows Sonic and has experience writing for him. As for the overarching tone, the director Morio Kishimoto said fans should expect something more serious and melancholy than previous Sonic titles. The story will go deeper than the rudimentary hero versus villain theme. We don't know much about the story beats themselves except that Sonic, Tails, and Amy travel to an island to find out why the Chaos Emeralds, powerful gems that predominate the Sonic series, disappeared. However, after falling through a wormhole, Sonic is separated from his friends and must explore the island with the help of a mysterious AI. Longtime fans might be wondering if classic villain Dr. Eggman will make an appearance. Well, the Mustache Menace will be in the game, though we expect him to take a much more nuanced role than usual. Number 5. The setting. Sonic Frontiers will take place on the Starfall Islands, an archipelago of 5 geographically different islands. We've seen the grassy lands of Kronos Island extensively, but Sonic Frontiers will also have deserts, forests, beaches, and ancient structures to explore. The islands are mostly abandoned, but there are remains of a highly civilized society, which serve as both platforming and puzzle sequences for Sonic. The thought of these islands, once being filled with life, with only destroyed ruins left behind, is both eerie and melancholy. However, Sonic won't be all alone though. The islands are inhabited by the Coco, small stone creatures with leaves growing from their head and cute circular eyes. Number 4. The enemies. We've seen Sonic fight various evil robots in the trailers and gameplay, and even though we don't know their origins, we know some of their abilities. The Banger is a red wheel that charges at Sonic when he's in range, and the Bubble is a cluster of spheres that can emit electrical shockwaves. There's also the Cyclone, a set of spinning blades that shoot electrical cyclones at Sonic. And lastly, the Soldier is a humanoid robot that uses melee attacks. Most interestingly, Sonic will face towering bosses known as Titans that match the size of Colossi from Shadow of the Colossus. Just like the classic PlayStation game, Sonic must climb up, or rather run up, these massive robots during the fight. Number 3. Combat. The classic moveset returns, including the drop dash, homing attack, and stomp. However, you must unlock more advanced skills to have any chance against tougher enemies. Sonic Frontiers is the first game in the series to have a skill tree, and you can find skill points by destroying enemies or breaking objects according to a recent trailer. Once you have enough skill points, you can buy abilities like the Phantom Dash, a series of fast albeit powerful attacks that give the impression of multiple Sonics attacking at once, and the Sonic Boom, a ranged shockwave attack. As well as several attacks, Sonic can also perform the side loop by running around enemies to disarm the defenses and a parry that redirects enemy attacks. Number 2. Supersonic. Supersonic was first introduced in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and is essentially a massive power boost gained from collecting the 7 Chaos Emeralds. The form gives Sonic infinite power and turns his blue fur bright yellow. Thanks to a recent trailer, we know that the form will return in Sonic Frontiers and will be essential for beating certain bosses. Apparently, some bosses in the world can't be scratched until Sonic achieves this immense power-up. And finally, number 1, Cyberspace stages. Fans were perplexed by glimpses of historic levels from the Sonic franchise and Sonic Frontiers trailers. These stages happen in Cyberspace, a dimension that holds linear platforming stages in places like the Green Hill Zone. Speaking of Green Hill Zone, an individual who played the game at Gamescom claimed that the tutorial section of Sonic Frontiers is in the Green Hill Zone, but it copies the game design from the Sonic Unleashed tutorial. Gamers are not usually a fan of reused game designs and animations, so we'll have to wait and see what the wider response is. Zooming out a bit, these cyberspace stages will take up 1/3 of the entire game, which may be disappointing for nostalgic folks, but Sega wants to prioritize the open zone gameplay of Sonic Frontiers. Still, cyberspace should serve as a fun, fan service-fueled detour. And this has been Gaming Instincts. To see more videos and content like this in the future, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, this has been Sam Lee, and until next time.